All right, hello, this is Podcast versus the World. My name's Cameron Abington. We're in all your podcasting locations, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok. Well, TikTok, I do little shorts, but Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts is where you'll find the show at. We're sponsored by Doobie Energy Drink. Do the Doobie Doo. If you go to doobie.gg, use code Podcast versus the World, get 10% off. It helps the channel, so we appreciate everybody going and check it out. I'm drinking right now. What I've been drinking on, which I really like, is beach and peach. Right? Um, yeah, we appreciate everybody checking out Duty Energy Drink. Hey, it helps us out, helps the channel. So anything you can do, we greatly appreciate it. See the little funny symbol up there on the side. So we appreciate it. We appreciate everybody. Okay. The title of this show is called Politics Over People. We are in such a tribalized situation right now in America that instead of us doing the right thing that will help the people that we're supposed to serve, we we lapse in judgment. Our lapse in judgment, our wanting to be prideful. The example of that is in Kerr County, Texas. The examples in Kerr County, Texas. Now we could talk about Christy Nome waiting 3 days to call FEMA to get him down there, and she has no excuse for that. She has none whatsoever. The reports are out that she waited. The the storms came on a Friday. She waited till Monday to send FEMA. FEMA should already been on the ground as soon as they knew these storms were going to be bad. From the Weather Service, National Weather Service would have told them. Everybody that was looking at the storms could have told them. FEMA should have been down there immediately. Politics over people. That's the first mistake. For Donald Trump to take over that office personally and combine it, instead of just leaving it where it was at, it was working fine. FEMA was fine. But they want to overlook everything, every dime, except for the money that. Well, no, I'm not going to get started. I'm not going to get started on that. I'm not going to get started on the big, beautiful bill again. We're not going to do that. But trust me, they do this stuff, and you're like, well, we know that every year there are going to be storms. Now, this was a historical storm. It was really bad. Now, I don't blame Christy Nome for what happened to those girls. The girls can, you heard about the girls camp had 70 young ladies in it. I don't think they found one, I believe. I'm not going to blame him. I'm not going to blame him, blame her for that. But the main thing I want to talk about today, and that's part of it, the part of it's Christy Nome. This is your damn job. You're going to do the damn job, do the damn job. All right. Let's talk about the people of Kerr County, Texas. President Biden in 2001 offered them $10 million for a warning system infrastructure so they could catch on these storms a little earlier, signaling device that would have helped them out. They chose not to take the money from President Biden because they didn't want his socialistic money to come into their county. Politics over people. Because of that, now once they voted on it and it was against it, and then finally they did another vote, but by then it was too late. It was too late. When are we going to stop being so tribal? You have a job to do. You have a damn job to do. Just do the damn job. Why does it matter if the president is a liberal or a conservative? If it's going to help your people, take the money. But you let your politics override your people. Now, this may be too soon to have this conversation. And some of you are gonna think, man, that's cold, man. It just happened. But we need to have the conversation, damn it. Because if I had a family member that died in Kerr County, Texas, Rest assured, everybody that voted against the money when Biden was trying to give it, they'd probably be seeing me at their doorstep. And I'm being 100% honest. It is very possible that even with this system, everybody still dies. It's possible. It's also possible with the system that Biden was going to bring in, everybody survives. It's a two-way street. That conversation's a two-way street. But here we are today, looking at this situation and thinking to ourselves, what could have been if people had done their damn job? But we let our politics override our brains. And I will talk about this and talk about this and talk about this. The tribalization of America is killing it from the inside. And it doesn't help when when you have a president who sits there and feeds into it. He feeds into it. So then you have people, and I don't believe the people of Kerr County were trying to be malicious. They feed into the BS. They feed into it. But when you don't have people who are grown-ups in the room, this is what you get. You get you get people saying, "Well, I hate all Democrats," or "I hate all Republicans," or if you see one, go fight them. Or if I was down there, I'd grab that Democrat, I'd throw him out, I'd throw that liberal out. What are we doing? We just saw in Minnesota people die because of their politics, because they were the wrong party. Are we starting to learn yet that we cannot do this? This is killing us. Over what? Because I don't because I'm my social views are different than yours? I mean, are you serious? Are you are you serious about that? Because your views are different than mine. And it's your job to help your people out. The people on that board should be ashamed of themselves, and it needs to be investigated. It needs to seriously be investigated. This can't stand by. This can't. But because your politics is you could have saved lives. You could have saved lives. But no, you rather sit there and show everybody, look at me. I voted against President Biden. I told him to stick his money up his you know what. How are you feeling about that decision today? It's a shame. And I'm pretty sure this will be the first of many politics over people that I'm going to do. It'll probably be a series. I might call this Politics Over People Volume 1, the Kerr County Floods. I think that'll be the name of name of the show. Politics Over People, the Kerr County Floods, Volume 1. So this will happen again. It will happen again. There'll be some dumb Democratic president or county or whatever. I'm not taking money from Trump. Look at what he did. Da, 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 da. And then something happens and they come back crying about it. It happens on both sides. Tribalism isn't just a Republican problem, it's an American problem. Our founding fathers knew the two-party system doesn't work. They told you. Go back and look up Thomas Jefferson. Go back and look at George Washington. Go back, look at some. Go into Google today and look up people who disagree with the two-party system. It is fascinating to read. It is fascinating to read when intelligent people, just sit down and think about it, and they'll tell you, "Nah, man, this ain't gonna work. It doesn't work. Look at where we're at now. Look at where we are at in the world now. We are so tribalized. We look at our party over our country. And then when you bring it up and you bring this up to people, people will fight you. Listen, if you watch my TikToks or anything, I just did a one. I did one where my cousin had wrote me, and he tried to take me to task over Biden, and then got mad at me because I made a logical clarification, a logical stance about the poorest states and people on Medicaid. No, that's not. I mean, it's not. It's not rocket science here, you know. And people want to twist your words and all this and that. People, we have to stop. We have to stop. The tribalization of America is killing itself from the inside. It's like a growing weed. And because we don't want to listen to facts, we don't want to listen to the truth, you know. We don't want to listen to people who just disagree with us. We want to fight. I do these lives all the time. I I'll give you an example. I did a live on, was it Monday? I think it was Monday. It was Monday, and I was just kind of talking over stuff people were typing in, and I'm just reading the comments. And I had one guy that said, "I want to debate you like a man." What are you talking about? Oh, you're too scared. Trying to egg it on. So I had to let him know, hey, you gotta chill out. Your energy's wrong. You get on here, you act crazy. I may sound like a nice person. I'm really not. You're gonna catch the wrong side of me. But I said, okay, screw it. Let's see what happens. I bring him on. He wasn't as tough as what he sounded when we first started talking, which he chilled out. I give him credit. He chilled out. So I never come at people combative unless you really come at me. You come at me combative, you're gonna catch this heat. I'll be very honest with you. You will catch some heat. Straight up. Straight up. You will catch heat. You will catch hell from me. And by the time we got done with the conversation, by God, he was thinking the same thing I was. He has his point of view had changed. Or may have always been there, but we're so tribalized. We'll sit here, we'll do talking points for people, and it's like, use your common sense for a second. Use your common sense. Listen to what people are saying. Right? We can go into it. We can go into about tariffs, how tariffs work. There's people that still believe to this day that when President Trump puts a tariff on, the other country pays the tariff. Now, when you explain how a tariff works, they're still wanting to argue. It's like, hold on. This is just a fact of how a tariff works, right? Or when you explain to people about the Constitution and you read it to them verbatim. No, that ain't what it means. What? Or when you see the Supreme Court come down with a ruling, you're like, hold up, where the hell did they get all this from? Just read the document. Just read the document. Just read it. But it's always to interpretation. And in interpretation, it's like, hold on. It's kind of we used to read those books, see Spot run. And they said, no, Spot was walking. What? What? The hell are you talking about? Our politics, our tribalism is going to kill America. And when we don't have leaders who try to bring us together, and they rather lie to us, they rather sit here and start a fire. That fire ends up burning us in the ass, is what happened. Kerr County is an example of a fire that burned them in the ass. They started the fire. Now look at them. And that's a shame to say. And it's a shame. And I really don't, I hate saying it this way. But those people who voted not to take the Biden's money to help them out, might have just doomed everybody with this flood. It's a shame to say, but we all know, maybe they make a different decision, the same thing happens. It's very possible. Don't I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if you have an opportunity to make your area better, okay, there's no extra little mandates. There's no extra. They're just giving you money to say, hey, fix the infrastructure. We know it's bad. We know you need help with this situation that happens to you all the time. Let us help you. And you spit in the face of the government so you can prove a point. And here it is. You're trying to prove a point. So when you go home at night, you tell all your little buddies, yeah, I told Biden to stick it up his crawl space because I'm a Republican. I don't believe in what he's doing. Now look how you feel. And I hope every one of them that voted against that first, I hope the investigation, they crawl up in the middle of their behind. And I hope they have to look at every parent in the face. Because that's what I want. I want every parent to go up there and talk to those people to their face. And I hope they're still on their little county board or whatever. And I hope every parent goes up there and they give them a piece of their damn mind. Because what you did, you doomed that whole area because of your arrogance. Because you wanted to prove something. You wanted to prove that you were better than everybody else. And that's what happened. And that's why all these people are hurt. Your arrogance, your tribalism. And this is what happens when tribalism it goes wrong. See, everybody thinks it's cute and oh, I'm this, I'm that, and I only believe in this. Okay, wonderful. But when people are trying to help you, I mean, it's kind of like there's an episode of Sanford and Son I watched a long time ago. I used to watch Sanford and Son. I don't know if you ever watched it. And there's one where Fred only wants a black doctor, right? And so he has this bad toothache. He's oh man, I'm hurting. So this black doctor comes in there. And he looks at. He said, "Well, Mister," he says, Sanford, you need to take that out." And he says, "Well, I don't know." And finally, Lamont's like, "He want," and Lamont looks at him. He's doctor. I don't know what he's talking about. And then the black doctor looks and says, "Oh, okay, gotcha." He leaves the room. This white guy comes in. Right, the white doctor comes in. The white doctor comes in there, and he looks at him. And he says, "Man, this looks tricky to me. I'm gonna have to get our head doctor, our head dentist to come here and look at it." And Fred's all smiling. He's like, "Yeah, yeah." Comes back in. This is the first black doctor. Fred's, "Hey, brother, how you doing?" He puts his head down. That's how this is. Take black and white out and put Republican and Democrat. And however you want to put it. However you want to put it in your mind. That's what's going on right now. Politics over people. Volume one. That's what's going on. Kerr County floods, baby. That's what's going on. I hope the investigation is stringent. Stringent. I hope they crawl down people's mouth. I hope it's there. I hope they just ream these people to death. People, we gotta stop fighting each other. Stop fighting each other. You think the Republican Party gives a shit either way that you didn't take that money? When you sat there and doomed your people, you possibly could have been a hero, but now you're a zero. This goes up to Christy Nome also. You think it was smart to sit there and wait 3 days before you sent FEMA down there? What kind of person are you? If you can't do the job, get the hell out. Get the hell out. All right. You made it this far. We appreciate it. Likes and subscriptions. So we appreciate it all. If you watch my TikToks, I appreciate that. If you come on to the TikTok lives, Off the top is the name of the show. Um, we appreciate everybody that jumps on and has a conversation with us. We love it. We love it, love it, love it. Um, if you see me around, say hi. I appreciate it. I appreciate any comments and questions on my videos. Please let me know what you think. Um, I need to do another show off the top because we have some new news about the Epstein files. Alan Dershowitz came out with a heater, so something to talk about. We might talk about it tonight. I think we will talk about it tonight. More than likely, it's going to come up in conversation. So like and subscribe. Do the energy drink. Do the doobie doo. If you go to doobie.gg, use the code podcast versus world, you get 10% off. Helps the channel, helps us out. This isn't done for free, so all the help we can get, we sure do appreciate everybody. If you go to my YouTube page, I sure would appreciate you subscribing. That helps out the channel, doesn't cost you a thing to like and subscribe. If you go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, like and subscribe, man. It doesn't cost you a thing to like and subscribe. Doesn't hurt a bit. All right. You'll be seeing these on TikTok, and I'll be releasing more videos here in a little bit on TikTok. So there'll be a lot of TikTok videos popping up. So politics over people, you gotta stop, man. This is a running theme of this show, believe it or not. Running theme of this show is this. I talk about it quite often. So may God bless you. May God bless the United States of America. Abington out.